The first thing you learn on Mars is that nobody is coming to save you today. If your landing legs hit a boulder, if your air system fails, if a dust storm kills your power, Earth can only watch from millions of kilometers away. Help is not minutes away. It is months away, at best. So the first Mars colony does not begin with glass domes and children running through red gardens. It begins with a crew strapped into a shaking spacecraft after months of radiation, isolation, stale air, and the quiet knowledge that the hardest part is still ahead. The capsule slams into the thin Martian atmosphere too fast for comfort and too heavy for forgiveness. Parachutes, heat shields, engines, radar, software, fuel, everything has to work in sequence. There is no ocean to splash into, no rescue helicopter, just red ground rushing up. When the first humans step out, the moment is historic, but it is not peaceful. Their suits are their only atmosphere. Their boots sink into dust that can cling to seals, scratch visors, and creep into machinery. The sky is salmon-colored, the horizon is empty, and somewhere nearby, already waiting, are the real heroes of the first base, cargo landers. Before people arrive, the machines have to arrive first. Inflatable habitats, rigid modules, solar arrays, a compact nuclear power unit if the plan includes one, rovers, spare parts, food, emergency shelters, tanks, tools. A base on Mars is not built like a town. It is unpacked like a survival kit. The first weeks are a race against tiny failures. A stuck valve can become a life-threatening problem. A torn suit glove can end an expedition. A power cable buried under dust can mean choosing which system gets electricity. Every astronaut becomes part engineer, part plumber, part farmer, part medic. At first, the base is basically a machine for keeping humans barely alive. It makes heat, it cleans air, it recycles water. It gives people a pressurized place to sleep while the planet outside remains colder, thinner, and drier than anywhere humans have ever lived. Then, the mission changes. Survival is not enough. To stay, Mars has to become useful. Water ice becomes the most important treasure on the planet. It can be melted, filtered, drunk, split into oxygen and hydrogen, and turned into rocket fuel. Oxygen is no longer just something shipped from Earth. It becomes something made on site. Waste is no longer trash. It is chemistry. Air is scrubbed, water is reclaimed, nutrients are recovered, and nothing is casually thrown away because every kilogram has a launch cost behind it. Food is the next frontier. The first greenhouse is not a park. It is a sealed, monitored, humid room full of LEDs, trays, pumps, sensors, and plants that matter emotionally as much as nutritionally. A fresh leaf of lettuce might be the first living green thing someone has touched in a year. But growing food on Mars is not romantic. It means fighting mold, power limits, bad harvests, and the brutal fact that one failed crop is not just disappointing, it changes the ration plan. As launch windows pass, more crews arrive, not constantly, but in waves when Earth and Mars line up. Each arrival brings people, cargo, risks, and arguments about what matters next. More storage tanks, more tunnels, better landing pads so rockets stop blasting dust into equipment, roads pressed into the soil by rovers, workshops where broken parts are not simply replaced, but remade. This is when the outpost becomes a settlement. The safest homes may not be proud domes under the sky, but buried rooms in covered habitats shielded by Martian soil. Radiation is invisible, but it shapes architecture. Dust is everywhere, so airlocks become daily bottlenecks. Low gravity changes bodies, tools, sports, and maybe even childhood development. A Martian child might learn to move with a light, bouncing gait that would look strange on Earth. Daily life becomes both advanced and primitive. You may live inside a habitat controlled by software, but still worry about a frozen pipe. You may talk to Earth using high-speed data, But every conversation has a delay long enough to make real-time talking impossible. Birthdays, elections, family emergencies, even jokes arrive out of sync. Slowly, culture starts to drift. The first generation thinks in mission clocks and checklists. The next thinks in neighborhoods, the greenhouse wing, the machine shop, the old landing zone, the tunnel where the first wall cracked. Holidays form around survival events: landing day, first water, the night the power almost failed and did not. Jobs change too. A farmer is also a systems technician. A teacher explains Earth oceans to children who have never seen rain. A doctor studies bones and muscles shaped by gravity that is not Earth's. A mechanic may be more important than a celebrity, because on Mars, fame does not fix an oxygen compressor. And then comes the strange emotional turning point. Earth is still the origin, still the blue world in the sky, still the place of ancestors and oceans. But for someone born under the red sky, Earth may feel less like home and more like a powerful, distant relative. That is the real future history of Mars, not an instant utopia, not a shiny escape hatch for humanity. The first colony would be cramped, dangerous, repetitive, and unforgiving. It would begin as a survival machine built from cargo containers, recycled water, repaired pumps, and people too stubborn to leave. But generation by generation, the machine would gain memory, then routine, then culture, then belonging. The first humans on Mars would look out at the red desert and see danger. Their grandchildren might look at the same horizon and see weather, distance, work, and home. And that may be the moment Mars stops being a mission and starts becoming a world.